Hey everybody, Sean Zaranyzerak and anybody else watching on YouTube and here on his Zaranyzerak Facebook page. You know, I apologize for that in the background. But I heard what you called the whole thing that Germany's doing with the Blu-rays when they're taking all these 80s and 90s shows and just taking every episode they can and putting them on Blu-rays with a 2-disc, 1-disc, or even by some means 3 or 4 disc. I see what you're saying by it being shovelware. I mean, you kind of look at what Lionsgate did sometimes with some of the TMNT episodes, some of the TNT, not the original TMNT seasons of the original show, and you kind of indicate that things like season 2 basically got shovelware together onto one disc, and that's DVD, and because of it you lose quality. The same could be said maybe for the latter seasons of 8, 9, and 10. And yeah, it does cause the quality to be lost. There's no doubt about that. But I think when you look at shovelware, as you put it, when it comes to Blu-ray, I think in a sense, right now in Germany, and even starting around here in North America, United States, Canada, UK, or even say United Kingdom, if you will, that I think they realize. I think they realize that what they're doing is basically shovelware in it. They're basically taking all the episodes. I think they realize that they're not increasing quality. I mean, some may say, and maybe some are correct and some aren't. They might think, hey, by putting it on Blu-ray, it's going to convert. Oh, that it's going to convert the imagery, and all it's going to do is basically probably just convert make the coloring look a little bit more natural, not much. Because if you're just watching it on a regular television, it doesn't really do much. I mean, yeah, you might say the picture's a little clearer and crisper, but not really. The only way you can get an advantage of that is by HD TV plus an HDMI cable. And even that doesn't guarantee that much quality. I mean, I know what I said in the first video. I said basically that, sometimes like you said, the picture gets smoothed out and all that. And also, in a sense, the color gets more natural, basically So let me put it this way: when I watch Sat AM, Sonic Sat AM, the box set, and I watched it on the DVD that I won during a White Elephant game during Christmas. Basically, what you got there is basically what you got there is what you call up-converting. Well, not up-converting. Well, yeah, it's up-converting. But basically, what you got there when you, like with the DVD, when the DVD was connected, because it has an HDMI output, when it was connected to my high-def television, it looked good. The picture looked crisp. It looked clear. Not in this, not Blu-ray quality, but it looked maybe more along the lines of 720 quality, but still looked good. Maybe along the lines, not there, but along the lines of perhaps 720 quality. But again, like I said, it was there. It was nice. And to me, that's basically what upconverting does. And you take a look, then you take a look and you add Blu-ray to the prospect. Basically not to the prospect, but you add Blu-ray in the place of a DVD player. And I will say this, it does, like I said in the first video, it does live up to what it's advertised. It does make the picture of your DVD, does make your DVD look crisp, it does make it look clearer. Not on the level of Blu-ray, but it makes it close. Like you said, it smooths out things. And the color is more natural. I mean, I took pictures basically of watching Sat AM on there and even watching Tailspin on there, and the color is a little bit more crisper. It's more like when you watch, let's say for example you watch Sat AM, and it's almost like the episodes were made recently. It's like the show just came out recently. That's how good it looks on HD television with the help of HDMI and a Blu-ray player or DVD player. The Blu-ray actually adds a little bit more coloring, a little bit more natural color, not by much, but just a little bit more. Now I know you're going to probably say, now you might argue that and say it's not the case, and I can understand that and agree with that. But to me, that's what I see. Because like I said in the first video, I'm not saying that your monitor that you have for your computer is not high definition. It is. There's probably no doubt about that, because how else would you be able to watch certain shows? Well, not certain shows, but certain Blu-rays and certain Blu-ray movies or shows if it wasn't high definition. But my point is this. It's more along the lines that as natural as that is, well, not natural, but as nice as that is, I should say, but as nice and natural as that is, it's not on par as to Blu-ray. It's not on par with Blu-ray. It just basically, like you said, what they're doing with Simpsons, basically upconverts the quality just by a bit. That's what HDMI does. It just when you can basically, and I know you know this, and I know anybody watching this knows this, that when you connect an HDMI cable to a high-def television in either a Blu-ray player or a DVD player with the HDMI output, the quality looks better. The Blu-ray lives up, to what's advertised. Like I said, the Blu-ray lives up to what's advertised when it says it makes the DVDs look clearer. What they don't ever say is you need to have HDMI and an HDTV to make it look like that. If you just have it through audio-video cabling in regular television, yeah, it looks okay. It looks nicer, it looks clearer than usual, and a little bit more colorful, but not as good as it would look like on HDTV. And Lord only knows what it would look like on a 4K TV. But my point is that, but my point is this, that's basically how people picture, Blu-ray versions of these shows to be. They expect them to be Blu-ray quality when, like you say, they're not. That even though they're animated and put originally on 35mm film, they're edited and stuff they're basically edited on video. They're basically taken from 35mm and edited and basically edited and corrected and stuff through standard video, broadcast television, if you will. And I think, like you said, that's what people like I used to, and I probably still do at times, miss the boat on. It's basically that, Blu-ray makes things look nicer, but that all you're getting with Blu-ray being put with shows from the 80s and the 90s, being put onto Blu-ray, whether it is animation or whether it's mostly animation or not, well, mostly animation, is because of the fact that all you're getting is the standard def picture, is what you got on DVD, just all shoveled onto a Blu-ray. Like you said, Transformers Generation 1 could probably take 2 Blu-rays to complete. You take a look at the entire TMNT series and how many episodes that has. You're looking at the original TMNT series on Blu-ray with maybe consisting of 3 or 4, maybe 5 Blu-rays. 5 at the most, if you will. Maybe, but you're looking most likely at 3, 4, maybe a 4-disc set at most of the entire season. I mean, not season, but the entire series, a 4-disc set. That's what you're looking at, is a 4-disc set. So again, that's basically what we'd be getting. If you will, it's basically what we'd be getting with Blu-ray, and I can understand that. And again, like you said, some people, like me, like I used to, and probably still do at times, but I'm trying to get more understanding of it. That's what some of us kind of miss the boat out on. We think, oh, it's going to be nice, it's going to be crisp, it's going to be clear, it's going to be Blu-ray quality. And all it's going to be is an up conversion, if you will. All it's going to be is an up conversion of what you see on television, basically of what you have on DVD. That's all it's going to be. It's basically going to be like hooking an HDMI DVD player, an HDMI DVD player like this right here, to a DVD, to an HD television through an HDMI cable, and that's basically what you're getting with the Blu-ray. Just an up conversion, nothing else. It's nothing else. It's basically what they're doing is up converting the quality of the picture, as if without basically by saying, hey, you don't need to have HDMI because we're going to do the work for you. And that's what they do. And I think honestly, I think it's nice that studios outside of this country and sort of in this country now, I think it's nice that they want to do this, but I also think that that they got to be cautious about what they do, because like you say, not everybody's going to plunk down. Not everybody's going to plunk down 30, 20, let's say $30 at most, or $24, $25 at most, just for another set of Transformers, or $40, $50 at most for another set of TMNT, even if it's Blu-ray, knowing that it's mostly going to be what they already have, just plunked all together, just put all together, just, as you put it, shoveled all together onto a Blu-ray disc. So I mean, yeah, there is an advantage. The advantage, now, don't get me wrong, there is an advantage to Blu-ray, to putting a lot of these shows on Blu-ray. I mean, it's like I said in one video. It's like I said in one video. You take certain shows, like let's say Sat AM here, Sat AM, if you will, and it would just take, let's say, in shoveling them all onto a Blu-ray would be the equivalent of this one Blu-ray of Batman Returns. That's all it would be, just the equivalent of that. It's just one Blu-ray put on there. And yeah, there are positives. Yeah, you save shelf space. Don't get me wrong. But are you willing to pluck down? Just because you're going to get everything on a Blu-ray, just because you can get all 26 episodes, just because you're going to get all the extras and the features, the bonus features, the interviews and stuff on one Blu-ray. You might not. But some people would do that just to say, hey, look, I got the DVD version and I got a Blu-ray version. They would do that. So, to me, Zaranyzerak, Sean, and anybody watching, yeah, I truly believe we're possibly heading in the direction, like you said, of shovelware eventually, sooner if not later. Well, later if not sooner, I should say. I'm not going to be surprised that within the next few years, you see Shout Factory, you see Mill Creek, you see Scream Factory. You see all of them, well, mostly maybe Shout Factory and Mill Creek and End Circle and even some of the big name studios like Disney and Warner Brothers come out and even through the on-demand service say, okay, we're now releasing Blu-ray versions. We're re-releasing all these shows on Blu-ray. And that's it. And like I said, I only can think of a few animation studios, major and independently, that might have still good quality 35mm films to where they might be able to do a decent Blu-ray transfer, but that would be totally up to them. But like you said, I think a majority of them will go the way of shovelware. So that's all I'm going to say on it, and let me know what you think and anybody else thinks, and I'll talk to you all